how they do it. They start getting you to compromise and give in, and well, it ain't that bad. Ain't he a God of grace? And they start whispering to you and talking to you and saying this to you. Do you know? Let me share something with you. Sometimes you think you're doing good, but if it's contrary against the word of God, it won't profit you anything. I mean, one time I was bringing so many people to church. My dad said, "Don't you bring nobody else to church," because I'm bringing a different face every week. I'm thinking I'm doing a noble thing. No, because what you think you're doing a noble thing, but you're really not. Because really all you're doing is making your own self look bad. Now you think you're doing so good by bringing somebody to church, because that's what we teach. You should bring somebody and reach somebody, but it's how you do what you're doing, and it's the motive of what you're doing. So now you're trying to sell this facade to all these different faces that come to church, like you somebody that's really on the right track, but at the same time you trying to use church and scripture and prayer to continue to live in sin and do what you want to do, and come on somebody, but there is a true standard. Somebody said there's a standard. Jeremiah 17:5 says, "Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trusts in man and make his flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord." Jeremiah contrasts the person who experienced barrenness with the one who receives blessings. The difference is in the attitude. Is trust placed in man or trust vested in the Lord? What is faith? Faith is transferable trust. In other words, it's taking it out of my own abilities and my own might and putting it into a divine being that I can't see but I can experience. Come on, somebody. You don't see wind, but you experience the effects of wind. You don't see the Holy Spirit, but you experience the effects of the Holy Spirit. You don't really see God with the natural eye, but you experience the effects of God. How do you know you experience the effects of God? Because he said, "Let this mind be in you, which also Christ Jesus." So when the Holy Spirit resides in us, and then we begin to demonstrate what the Bible says, and that's why he said, "Walk ye therefore after Christ." Amen. That's why we got to make sure we're patternizing Christ and not our fellow man only. Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." And we all should be examples to somebody else. Because the Bible said, do you know when a light shines, somebody's going to come close to you? You ever see sometimes at night, and you see a light going on, and you notice all the bugs we flying around the light? Because they're attracted to the light. And people of the world, they ought to be attracted to us. They ought to see something that's different, something that has great substance about us that attracted and compelled them. And when they get close enough, then we can tell them about the Jesus that saved us, delivered us, brought us from a marvelous dark place into a wonderful light. Then we can tell them about a Jesus that died for the sins of the world, that you may have a right to eternal life. Then we can tell them that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. Then we can tell them about a Jesus that can heal anybody and save anybody. All we got to do is surrender yourself over to God's will and God's way. Rooted, built up, and established. Let's go to Colossians chapter 3. Colossians 3, 5 to 11. And it reads, I'm reading out of the New American Standard. It says, "Therefore consider the members of your earthly body as dead to immorality, impurity, passions of evil desire, and greed, which amounts to idolatry. For it is because of these things that the wrath of God will come upon the sons of disobedience. And in them you also once walked when you were living in them. But now you also put them all aside. Anger, wrath, malice, slander, and abusive speech from your mouth. Do not lie one to another, since you have laid aside the old self with the evil practices and have put on the new self, who is being renewed to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him." A lot of this stuff should be put away from the believer's life. Because why? It said, "Therefore consider the members of your earthly body to be what? Dead." That lifestyle should be dead. That's why we have to be careful who we associate ourselves to. And that's what Paul was telling them. Be by the false doctrine with false demons, and they have come to you trying to entice you. And that's what the enemy does. Entice means to lure, to pull you away from. And that's what the enemy does. He tries to entice you. But these things ought to be put away from you. And when these things are put away from you, then you'll begin to flourish and grow as a believer. Then a lot of things that we struggle with will become a lot easier. Like Bible study. That becomes a lot easier. No, you're not seeking a man. You're seeking the word of God that's in the mouth of the person that's doing the study. Someone said earlier this morning, we're not giving to a church. We're not giving to a pastor. We're giving to the kingdom of God, for the work of God, for the furtherance of the gospel. And when we do what we should do, according to the written scripture, we'll receive what God said we can have. That's why Matthew 6:33 says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. Kingdom means rulership. The Spirit of God reigns. Seek first the kingdom of God, and these things will be added. There has to be a subtraction before there can be an addition. It's not about you. That's why we have to surrender our will over to God's will. And that's what the scriptures say, not thy will, but thy will be done. If you want God's will to be done in your life, you have to really surrender yourself over to God. Sometimes you got to cut the TV off and quit answering all the phone calls and quit looking at all the stuff that's being filtered through Facebook that calls you to try to look at your walk with God and look at Christians differently. And that's all the enemy want to do, is keep flooding you with stuff and flooding you with stuff and flooding you with stuff. And all of a sudden now you begin to lose your true value. Why? Because you are valuing everything else except for the principles in the word of God, which you should be built upon. And that's what Paul was bringing warning to his Colossians. He said, be built, rooted, built, and established in the faith, in the things that you was taught. And that's why we gotta eat the word of God. We gotta digest the word of God. We gotta internalize the word of God. That's why, like David said in 119:11, he said, thy word have I hid in thy heart that I might not sin against thee. 119:104, he said, through thy precepts, principles, I get it all, and I hate every false way. Through thy precepts I get understanding. I gain understanding, but therefore I hate every false way. What is a false way? Anything that's contrary to the word of God. When the Bible speaks of doctrines of demons, it's not a specific doctrine, but it's a doctrine that's inspired by demonic influence. And sometimes it'll slide in on you, you don't even know it. Because why? You remove yourself from under the umbrella of the Holy Spirit. And how do you remove yourself from the umbrella of the Holy Spirit? With the things you start entertaining. All of a sudden now you start entertaining. Now you start feeling like it's all right to go over here. It's all right to go over here. It's all right to say something. Some movies I watch and some movies I don't watch. When they start saying so much about the Bible and making jokes and telling, I turn the channel. And I know some movies it's hard for not to watch because we want a little entertainment, because one side of the flesh still want a little entertainment, and some of us like killing movies, and some of us like suspense movies. Oh, you don't want to talk, don't act like you don't know. Some of us still like drama. Come on, somebody. We want to see what happened. We want to see how it play out. And some of us, we still like the other stuff, and I was hoping that they would go get together. And you know what? And a lot of times this stuff, if we're not careful, and when we put the stuff in place of our life, it'll cause us to become toxic. That's why we gotta be careful. That's what the Bible says, for the love of money is the root. Root means source. For the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not money itself, it's the heart towards money. It's not money itself, because I can use some money and I still know who Jesus is. I can get $1 million a day and I'm still going to hold this microphone and preach the word of God and say, for the wages of sin is death in Romans 6:23, but for the gift of God is eternal life. I don't care how much money I got. I don't care what I drive. I don't care what I eat. I'm still going to be a child of God. The roots of faith, work of Christ on the cross enable us to withstand the strong winds and storms of life. The work Christ did. He set the tone for us. He set the compass for us. And matter of fact, I like most time, if you look in the Gospels, when they show you what Jesus was tested and tempted in the wilderness. And after Satan, he came on and on and on. And he got to, he said, if you command yourself, if you throw yourself down from this temple, will not angels get a charge over thee? And Jesus said, don't tempt the Lord thy God. You got some people tempt the Lord thy God. Yes. They think just because I'm trying it, God won't bring me out, not necessarily so. You keep playing around and playing around and playing around. Like I keep telling people, you keep rolling the dice with your life and see what happens. I don't care how much the umbrella of the church you up under, but if you're not lining up with the word of God and you hear the word of God, you're accountable for what you hear. Amen. Let me let somebody know. You are accountable for what you hear. God holds you accountable. And sometimes some things come on our life. It's not the fact what God is not doing. It's the fact that what we're doing in secret. It's what we doing in secret. I can't get no further. Check your life. That's what he was telling the Corinthians. I think it was 1 Corinthians 13. He said, examine yourself to see whether you be in the faith. Prove me, test yourself. You want to really see the faith? Examine your actions. Examine your speech. Examine your mind frame. Examine where your real treasure is. That's what Luke 12:34 was saying. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Yes. It can't just be about me, myself, and our society. No, Christians don't think that way. That's why even though Paul at times, he was in prison, but yet still he reached out to his fellow brothers and sisters in the Lord, and a lot of times he sent letters from a prison cell. He was just that dedicated to the church. And we ought to love one another to that extreme. When we see our brothers and sisters are down, and we see our brothers and sisters being bombarded with false doctrine and different things, and now you got this militant group that I've been seeing hanging out in Pine Hills call themselves the Hebrew Israelites, and they stand in a corner and they shout loud and they quote a few scriptures, and they got this very mean demeanor about themselves. You have to be careful. Even when you entertain and exercise. They got yoga and chi and different things, and you got to be careful. Even the massage parlors, people rubbing all on you and talking, we mashing the toxins out of you and just laying their hands all over you and doing different things, and you tell me, ooh, I feel so good getting off this bed. But you better come on somebody, you better make sure you prayed up, because you don't know who hands is on you. Come on somebody. And some people carry all kinds of spirits, and lesbian spirits, and homosexual spirits, and fornicating spirits, and lying spirits, and deceptive spirits, and they laying their hands and putting oil on your back. All of a sudden now you start feeling something in your body, and it ain't the Holy Spirit. We have to be careful what we listen to. That's what Paul was telling these Colossians. Be careful what we listen to. Let's go back to chapter 2. Amen. Give me about a few more minutes and I'm wrapping this up. Colossians 2. Let's go back to verse number 2. That their hearts may encourage, having been knit together in love, and attaining all the wealth that comes from a full assurance and understanding the results in true knowledge of God's mystery, that is Christ himself, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom. You don't have to seek anywhere else for wisdom. You can get it from the Lord. And knowledge. I say this so that no one would delude you with persuasive argument. You always got people trying to, don't argue with people about the word of God. That's true. Because even some of us say we can get a little ignorant. Well, I'm just going to tell, you ain't going to just tell me. I'm cutting the conversation off. And sometimes if we ain't careful, we won't do it in love. We just doing it just because what we know. And sometimes I see people that all they trying to do is impress other people with what they know. And you can tell what they're conveying to you is really not sincere. You just want to show me how much study you've been doing and basically what you know. It's not really from the heart. All you're doing is showing me that you know what you know. But for it to be truly effective, it can't just come out of head knowledge. It has to come from the heart. And how you know it come from the heart? Because you'll be able to discern it yourself. Yes. I remember when I was in the world, and I used to be a strong cuss. I mean, strong cuss. I mean, cuss. Some of us still cuss. But I was a fluent cusser. And one day this lady said, she said, baby, you cuss so much because you ain't got no real vocabulary. And if I didn't have my home trainer that I had kept, I would have cussed her slap out. But I never forget that because it stayed with me all these years. All these years it stayed with me. And she was telling the truth. She said, you cuss so much because you ain't got no real conversation. And I ain't never had nobody check me to that point. I'm talking about literally slap me with no hand. Yes. And if you're not careful, and that's why how she did it in love. She said, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to be saved and feel what the... No, she just walked right on over to me, and she heard me. Now all of us standing out there, and she heard me. Because God got a way of doing that. Even though everybody else may be indulged in the alcohol and everything else that's going on and the smoking and getting high and shooting needles, but God will send somebody just specifically for you to let you know that you are in the wrong place at the wrong time and you don't need to be here. There's something different on your life. Some places I'll call myself in, somebody say, man, you don't belong here. You don't belong here. I don't care how you tried to fit in. I don't care how you tried to cultivate it. I don't care how you tried to talk, dress, this and that and the other. God will allow somebody will come along that will still probably be in the world. See, we forget that God, the devil answers to God. The devil answers to God. God don't answer to the devil. That's right. Amen. Look at the book of Job. That's a prime example of it. God asked Job. God asked Satan. Satan asked God. God said, where are you going? He said, to and fro. Seeking whom I may divide. That's right. And Satan cannot do no more to you than God allows. Amen. When God says enough, it's enough. When God brought chastisement on the children of Israel for David, numbered the people, in 1 Chronicles, when he numbered the people, 1 Chronicles 21, and when David said, I'd rather be in the hands of God than the hands of man, the Bible said that day, because one bad decision, 70,000 men fell dead. Yeah. And God said, all right, that's enough for killing. That's enough. But we have to make sure we're rooted, built up, and established. Jesus. Your relationship with God is ongoing. It's every day. If you don't believe it ain't every day, watch some of the stuff you face on the job. You've been going to work and everything just going so good. I mean, people ain't cutting you off like they in a hurry. The lady across from me, she ain't doing the makeup, and this one ain't on the phone trying to cut over with no turn signal. I mean, everything going good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody speaking to each other this morning. You know it's a good day. Everybody's speaking to each other. People don't even like you speaking to you. How you doing this morning? Good. How you doing? Good morning. Then all of a sudden, everything, your shift start going. And then here come the deal. Right at your cubicle. Talking about the manager, and talking about this one, and talking about that one. I don't like the way he managed, and I don't like this, and I don't like that, and you know, I'm too old to work, and blah, 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 blah. And you just want to sit there and eat your food, your breakfast, because you're trying to get yourself together. That's why you have to be prayed up every day, because you don't know what situation you're going to face. Your prayers should go beyond your family, your loved ones, and just your immediate family alone. No, your prayers should extend beyond your own circumstances, your own personal life. Come on, somebody. Your prayers should help my brothers and sisters at Christ Open Door Community Church. Help the children, Lord. Keep them in the school, Lord. Keep them from the active shooter that's really a domestic terrorism. Keep them from the pedophiles and the your prayer line ought to extend your phone book. But you got to be rooted, built up, and established in the faith. That's what the Bible says. In the latter days, many shall depart from the faith. When he means to depart from the faith, not what we believe, but that which we've been taught, the Christian doctrine. Many shall depart. So I'm not surprised when people talk about, I ain't going back to church no more. I'm not surprised because the scripture the prophecies already been foretold. So when they start leaving, I said, oh, there goes another scripture that's true. When I start hearing about forbidding to marry and other things that go contrary to the word of God, I said, oh, there goes more proof. There goes more proof, Lord. Why everybody else getting discombobulated, what we gonna do? We gonna do the same thing we've been doing. Praying, seeking God's face, trusting God, leaning to His own understanding, loving people, caring for one another. Come on, somebody, submitting ourselves to God. We're gonna continue to do the same thing we've been doing. Turning up our time in the way they should go. When they depart from us, they will not. Come on, somebody. We're gonna continue to do the same thing. Serve the Lord with gladness, giving His person with thanksgiving, knowing that He has made us and not we ourselves. We are the sheep in His pasture. I'm gonna continue doing the same thing. I don't care how many on their way to hell. I'm still safe, for the wages of sin and death, and the gift of God is eternal life. There's repentance. Come on, somebody. You don't stop being who you are because everything is happening. It's supposed to happen. It should happen. The Bible always, if you read the Bible, if you believe the Bible, it's going to happen. And the Bible says, in the latter days, mere hearts shall wax cold. So I'm not surprised about the Trump's life. I knew about Trump before he became president. So I don't worry about him and hit up Facebook all day about him. 45, well, he's still president, 55, whatever you want to put, 40, well, however you want to represent. I'm not surprised. Look at the Jim Crow era. Oh, we forget about that. Look at the Jim Crow era. Look at the other eras, the 3-strike rules, and the other thing that was designed specifically for certain people to cripple society from you growing and from you flourishing. The Bible said, man, heart shall wax cold. It talked about inventors of evil, coming up with evil devices and evil ways and evil plots and plans. So I'm not surprised. Let's go to Psalms. Amen. Proverbs 4, and we're closing on this one. Proverbs 4, 12 through 16. Amen. Proverbs 4. And we ought to be using our social media to spread the gospel. Oh, help me, hold on. I know we're going to be quiet now. Sharing the good news. But as we go there, I'm going to read this. Diligence allows us to operate with our heart best for His highest with excellency and passion in order to complete our work and our call for the Lord. It is practical obedience in action, which is the loving of our call and the pursuing of our work, so that we are doing our best for God's glory. Diligence also helps us facilitate us to develop a good attitude, as well as confidence, patience, forgiveness, values, loyalty, and integrity. Proverbs 4:12, and it reads at verse 12 out of the New American Standard. It says, when you walk, your steps will not be impeded. And if you run, you will not stumble. Take hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not proceed in the way of the evil man. Avoid it. Do not pass by it. Turn away from it. Pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they do evil, and they are robbed of sleep unless they make someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. For they cannot sleep. Listen to this verse very carefully. For they cannot sleep unless they do evil, and they are robbed of sleep unless they make someone stumble. Who is the they? I'm so glad you asked. Everybody that's not a child of God. Everybody that's not a child of God. Now in the text, Solomon was talking to his son, because if you go back to the prior verses, you will see that. But the Bible says all scripture was written for our inspiration by God. So all of scripture can be used as an example to us to help us that if we don't go the same path and do the same things, we can avoid these things. And that's why Paul was admonishing this particular group of people, the Colossians. Because of so much false teaching was embedded in their mind and their way of things. And that's what the enemy does. But the Bible says they are robbed of sleep. They got to do evil. Evil is food to their own thirsty, evil soul. It's food to cause somebody else to stumble. Yes. They work hard, they work diligent at it. Why are you talking about this, preacher? Because I'm going to encourage you. Because you're going to encounter this. You're going to face some of this. But know that the end result, that we win in the end. Hallelujah. So when the judgment comes, it ain't going to be no judgment for us to go the other way. We're going to receive just what God said we is. We're going to enter into heaven, the pearl of gates. Yes. He will say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. And then those that have did some things, he said some will receive a crown of righteousness and some will receive other crowns. Jesus. Yes. But the judgment of white throne of judgment is going to be for those that rejected, those that forsook his way. So when you encounter these things, when you've been faced with obstacles and being to the single ladies trying to whisper in your ear and talking about, baby, I want to help pay your bills. No, I don't want you doing no husband-like qualities. I want you to be the husband. Jesus. Don't try to bait me into a lifestyle that I get comfortable in it, and me and the same thing goes for you. People try